Hey guys, this is North back again with another video. Today's video I'm coming to you with a unboxing of a couple of vintage fragrances that I got in the mail finally. So let's go ahead and see what I got. The first fragrance is one that I'm already familiar with, and it's a familiar one on my channel, but I do not have the Eau de Toilette concentration of it. So I was able to find a vintage bottle of Guerlain's Mitsouko Eau de Toilette. So this is the older gold and black bottle. A special thing about this one is that it doesn't have the most recent design of the bottle. It has a really old one. I did think the bottle was going to be bigger, but it comes in this flacon right here, which has a stopper bottle. It is sealed. I got this from the same eBay seller that I got my Mitsouko Parfum version for a really good price from Japan. So the things, these two things that I've gotten from Japan, unfortunately you only had like variations of Mitsouko, nothing else vintage from Guerlain, but that's sort of the most popular one, especially for vintage hunters. And I'm not trying to go down this rabbit hole, but I wanted to get a couple of things, and since I wanted to get an Eau de Toilette and I got it for a pretty good deal, I picked it up. So let's go ahead and get it open so we can see what a super vintage one smells like. The first one, the Parfum I got, was from 1985. This is from 1987. So let's just see. Let's get it open. All right, so now I have it open. So this little chain right here is not stopping it. So let's see what we have. It's Mitsouko for sure. What I'm gonna do is just take a little blotter similar to what I've seen on Persolet's channel. Get some on it, set it to the side. So what I'll do with this Mitsouko is I'll take this, all right, and I'll extract some of it, put it in this 10 ml bottle so I can spray it. I dabbed a little on my hand. It smells light. It's not as robust as the Parfum. So I'll go ahead and put some in the bottle so at least I can spray and get a decent impression of it before I open up the next bottle. All right, so it's done. I didn't fill it all the way up to the top, but I filled up my 10 ml with this. Let me just spray a little bit on my hand, and then we'll get to the next bottle. It's Mitsouko, all right, but it is lighter. I do smell like a lot more like alcohol in the beginning. It is an old bottle, so we'll see how it dries down. But once I got that the waft from the spray, I could smell that Mitsouko DNA. Let's move on to the next bottle while I wait on this to dry down. Next fragrance I'm gonna open, the last one is from Patou. This is a house I'm not familiar with, but recently I got introduced to it via Instagram about Joy by Patou. I was able to find a Parfum bottle. All right, I was able to find a 15 ml Parfum of it, brand new, vintage, for a really good price from the States. The Mitsouko came from Japan, but this one came from the US. Now, the brief story that I know about this one is that it was released in 1930, and at the time it was the most expensive perfume in the world. This one, because it contained, I believe, 10,600 flowers of jasmine and 28 dozen roses. So we'll see. I've never smelled. I briefly did smell the Eau de Parfum, I thought. Where was I at? Yeah, I was in one of the local shops and they did, and I actually liked it. So we'll see what we get here. The notes on this one are rose, jasmine, ylang ylang, tuberose, musk, and sandalwood. So when I did smell that, the Eau de Parfum, it did intrigue me, and I found this one for a good deal. Now again, this is a vintage fragrance, and just like the Mitsouko, it just says alcohol, fragrance, alcohol, water, and fragrance. From the batch code, this one was produced in 1978. So this is the oldest vintage fragrance that I have in my collection. It's the only one that's older than me. So let's go ahead and get it open. When I did get it open, it has the wax seal around it like the Chanel Parfum. Probably put it with my fragrance rotation for next week, but let me just dab a little bit of this one, because off the top it's open. Let's see what we get. Now I do get the florals. I don't get like indolic like jasmine or tuberose, but it is a floral scent. This is something, like I said, just from first sniff, I do enjoy it a lot. I'll have to give it a full wear maybe the next week for my fragrance rotation, because I've already lined up what I'm going to wear tomorrow, for example. I'd have to get some more on and see. I do want to compare it with the eau de parfum that I smelled, but it's nice. It's a winner. It's 15 ml. But most of them I'm keeping them in the refrigerator because I can just put them in a very small box. It doesn't take too much room in the refrigerator. So there you have it, guys. That was 2 unboxings of vintage fragrances. One was Mitsouko Eau de Toilette from 1987, and one was Joy from Jean Patou, and that one was from 1978. Let me revisit this one. With the Mitsouko Eau de Toilette, I'm gonna have to revisit it. This one does not, unfortunately, smell much like any of the other Mitsoukos that I have, but I'll have to revisit it. When I got the initial blast, I could detect it, but now it might be mixing with other fragrances that I have. As far as the Jean Patou, it's almost like one of those like a floral aldehydic type of scents, but I guess it doesn't have aldehydes in it, but it does put you in that same arena with something like a Chanel No. 5, something like that. I do like this one. From the 2, that one was a winner. I did get it for a little bit less than the Mitsouko, but it's only a 15 ml. Have you tried either of these perfumes, a vintage like Mitsouko or the Parfum version of Jean Patou, the Joy? So please let me know in the comments. Let me know if you tried the Eau de Parfum, what you think about it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace.